Hello and a very warm welcome to the Event Rider Masters. We are now over halfway through, completing 3 exciting legs. Leg 4 moves on to Gatcombe Park in Gloucestershire, Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of August. The last leg, leg 3, was at Barbury Castle. Let's have a look back at the highlights.
The recent form of this horse is incredible. I'm looking at his last 6 results, never out of the top 10. He's got some work to do to start on a score 38.4 today.
Oh dear.
Real shame seeing his penalty score just dropping with those couple of errors.
Well, so this horse is just so with her.
Izzy's score is creeping up slowly but surely.
Whoa, yeah. Against the aid, I think, will be the comment now. His transitions have been the best of the day.
So again, it's good to see good training rewarded.
How will the judges mark that, do you think?
I would think it'd be a 1. It could even be a 0 because actually it wasn't performed.
And this is one that Equi ratings say is the one to watch. They've had some great performances and a good start so far. Izzy Macware, another horse that's got good 3-star form. To compete against the best, you need to be with the best. This could be, I think it's certainly going to be the new leader. Well, the first we see in the show jumping is Sir Mark Todd and Leonidas II. Doesn't even go right for the master sometimes, 100% at 3-star level in the last 12 months, but really took exception to the middle part of the treble. Horse just got spooked by, we think, the cameras on the bank on the right-hand side. But what a disaster, really, for the former double Olympic gold medalist. Really not keen the second time either. Toddy having to work his magic. Has a look behind him. Vittoria Panizon and Barry Penny's very nearly parts company. Vittoria sees the funny side of it, though. Barry Penny's always very exuberant in the show jumping phase. And Vittoria sits very tight. They went on to jump a very good round indeed. Alex Hoytien and Don Gennaro. Well, show jumping has always been a bit of an Achilles heel for this combination. Had 6 down at Chatsworth, jumped a very good clear round at Bramham, but 2 fences down here, and then they withdrew after the second phase. Andrew Nicholson at the last with Nereo. Well, that will certainly do his chances some good. Goes into first place and will be the leaders going towards the cross-country phase.
And now for the cross-country phase, the decider. Let's take a look at some of the challenges that Captain Mark Phillips has set the riders.
The distance around the cross-country, 3,990 metres with an optimum time of 7 minutes, travelling at 570 metres per minute. It's the first combination we see. It's 6A and B, 1 metre 12 in height, 2 metres and 50 in width. It's a very big basket on a curving line. Great use of the undulations down at the bottom end of the course. 1 metre 15 again, the cricket bat and the ball underneath. They then come on a curving downhill stride to the corner. There is an option of a longer route, but I think most will take the direct line. Well, moving around is a very twisty course here at Barbury. The next fence we see is the St James's Place water. The maximum depth into water, the drop into the water, 1 metre and 70 centimetres. They run through the water, coloured blue, up the hill, 5 strides to a 1 metre 40 triple brush arrowhead. It's very narrow and will take some accurate jumping. Galloping away from the dressage warm-up area, it's the Manitou TH White table. It's a very big table at the top of the hill. Again, 2 metres and 30 in width. A great fence on the top of the hill. 1 metre 15 in height again. Running away from this fence downhill into the main arena. 1 more water and then on to the last few fences. Do if you want to ask any questions with our experts here. Toddy, lucky moment, Luce.
He's looking actually quite strong, Leonidas. I'm not sure he likes the idea of taking a quiet run and taking his time. I think he'd rather get on with it and be competitive.
Oh, Toddy, now was he the right side of that flag? He is in all sorts of trouble. He's lost a stirrup. That's not unusual. He rode round Badminton with one stirrup, if you remember, a good few years ago. Is he going to put his hand up? I think the brakes are failing. No. He's going to go back and jump that corner. He's not sure. That's the sensible thing. I think he asked the fence judges because the head and shoulders have got to be the correct side of that white flag, and he wasn't sure.
Some of the guys.
Tiana Kudre Sambuca through the Stonehenge, but I don't think... just didn't look like that horse locked on to the last part.
No.
Ooh. Yogi Bear, his preferred ride here, as Derm said, one of the fastest horses across the country. As he's up at Stonehenge, slipping on the turns. Oh, a really uncomfortable jump. Wears some pretty good shoes behind. He has egg bar shoes on behind. Really slips on the first turn. Paul does a great job, actually, to get back to that B part. And then really does do wonders to the last. Gemma Tattersall, Santiago Bay in the main arena at the last of the waters. It's the key flow keyhole. Paul Tapner, Tappers as he's known to his mates, with the Yogi Bear down at the ready sup combination, and I don't believe it, full there for Oliver Townend and William Foxpit. You can just see in total disbelief that fall of Silna Braddon Evo. Well, we spoke to Oliver. Silna Braddon or Kilna Braddon, he said, I don't know, it's called Gary. But uncomfortable looking fall down there at that open ditch and hedge. Just didn't really seem to read the ditch. Let's watch it again. Looking at the fence, just jumped straight into the ditch. Well, one of those things, but we're back with the action. And the tracking camera keeps up with Paul Tapner and Yogi Bear, of course, the horse that he's chosen to go. It is Rebecca Hard, Riddlemaster at the water, coming in and has a good look and draws to a halt. 20 penalties it is.
But we're seeing that in the cross country a little bit too much. Back to Paul, the CIC specialist. Have they gone inside the time? It looks like they have.
He's such a show-off. Looking up at the camera, he says, I'm number one.
And he is number one. Look at that. He's in the leaderboard now.
Into the lead. We're down to the final two. This is where it all matters. This is where it gets exciting. And Derms...
I did not expect Lizzie McGuire to be going this quickly, but even if it
here
does...
we go, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
Mr. Doom and Gloom. It's only been inside the time once in the last 12 months from 7 runs, but not in a rail. That horse has been here 4 times already, as I said. Twice it's been inside the time. It's going to need to be close to the time today to make sure it can hold on to number 1 place. What a story we have unfolding on course. We're not there yet, and I do not want to tempt fate. You always tell me, Spenny, I'm doom and gloom and that I curse them. I don't think we can see that here. We've said from the outset, Nereo is the one to beat.
Andrew Nicholson now turns to the key flow keyhole, drops in safely. The last on course. What a competition for the third leg of the Event Rider Masters.
What a competition, but what a story, Spencer. This is going to be 5 in a row. It is, we can't stress how rare that is. This does not happen. We have seen a rider come back from such a terrible fall.
The king of Barbury in the rain, coming towards home now.
Nereo, I'm delighted for the horse. It was second here to Avebury,
Tappers
and finally it's had its day. Look at that, the hand from what was over
Tappers knows it, gets a round of applause from Paul Tapner. Paul Tapner, of course, was at the head of the leaderboard, drops down into second, and Gemma Tattersall now in third. And it's a win for New Zealander Andrew Nicholson and Nereo. 5th time winning here.
All right, winner Andrew Nicholson, Paul Tapner in second, Gemma Tattersall's in third. Come back and join us again at Gatcombe for leg 4, and do watch again all of the action on www.eventridermasters.tv.